In the mid 1920s, as agricultural depression steadily worsened for farmers sought help while the rest of the economy continued to grow. The Peasants' Congress had a powerful voice and they demanded federal subsidies, especially the machinery organ farm relief bill. President College approved it but voted it. College College supported the alternative program of Secretary of Commerce Herbert Hoover and the William M. Jordan, Secretary of Agriculture, to modernize farming by bringing more electricity, more efficiency, equipment, better seeds and breeds, more rural education, and better business practices. Hoover advocated the establishment of the Federal Farmer Board that was dictated to banning crop production behind the income tax, to ban domestic demand and maintain that the distress caused by the farmer distress diseases has happened. In 1929, the Hoover Plan was adopted. New Deal from the Rural Program 1933-1940s. A migrant from the family in the California, March 1935. The President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a liberal Democrat, had a keen interest in the farming affairs and was convinced that the true prosperity would not return until the farm was prosperous. Many New Deal programs were directed at farming reaches its lowest point in 1932, but nonetheless, millions of the unemployed people were returning to family farms, leaving jobs in the cities. The New Deal's key strategy was to reduce the supply of commodities, which in turn increased prices of the consumer and benefited the farm enormously. The modest growers gave very little yield through strategy. Special relief programs were developed for them. Prosperity returned largely to the farm by 1936. Roosevelt's first 100 days created the Farm Security Act to increase farm increase by the increasing farmers' prices, which was achieved by the reducing farm production. In May 1933, the Agricultural Adjustment Act created the Agricultural Adjustment Administration. The act reflects the demands of large farm organizations, particularly Farm Bureau leaders, and reflect discussions held between the Roosevelt's farm advisories, such as Secretary of Agriculture Henry R. Wallach, M. Wilson Rexford Tongwell, and George Peck. The AAA's goal was to increase the commodity prices through the artificial shortage. The AAA used a domestic allotment system which determined the production of corn, cotton, dairy products, hogs, rice, tobacco, and wheat. Farmers voiced the views of government to benefit their own income. The AAA paid subsidy to the landowners to leave some of their land idle, which provided a new tax on food processing. The aim was to equate an index based on the price of the 1910 to 1914, which could increase farm prices to meet the goal of 1933. 10 million acres, 40,000 kilometers of cultivated cotton were but put into the shoe. Cereal crops were left to root, and 6 million sparrows were killed and destroyed. This idea was born: less wholesale price and higher income to the farmer. Agricultural income increased significantly in the first 3 years of the New Deal. As commodity prices increased, food prices remained below 1929 levels.